Today is 367 days that I come here to share lessons that I learn and I'm learning, and I hope those lessons will support your dreams, your goals, and it will allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I was chatting with my friends and we were talking about the topic of loving the journey. I truly believe that a lot of times people have misconceptions about loving the journey because people look too much in loving the journey and they do not do the hard things that could allow them to succeed in life. So today we'll share 4 perspectives or thoughts about what true loving the journey means and how we're supposed to look into it. So first thing that I really believe that is very, very important to understand is that finite journey and infinite journey. Finite journey, you don't need to love what you do, while infinite, you need to love what you do. So let's look into finite. So that means it could be a college degree or a university degree or some kind of education. So that could be finite. So that means you're willing to go through that education period to get some kind of access to different kind of career path opportunities. Other thing that could be a business scale. So that means when you start a business and then reaches maturity. So that means that between the beginning and maturity, you need to scale to maturity. So that means during that time, you will need to invest a lot of time in yourself. You will need to do a lot of things that is uncomfortable. That means that journey could be very painful, but you need to go through that journey to succeed, to reach that maturity in the business and to get that result that you're looking for. And I'm very grateful that my dad taught me a lesson. And he said that when you think about things that must be done, you don't ask questions. Do you want it to do it? Do you like it? Do you love it? No, you don't ask those questions. You just ask one question. If it's not must be done, that means you just do it and sit. You forgot about all other parts, because I really believe that people torture themselves by asking questions. Do I love it? Do I want to do it? No. If it's finite thing, you don't ask. You know that it's in a temporal basis, you will need to act no matter what. So that means you don't need to ask those questions about do you love the journey. You just act, finish it, and you are getting the fruits of your work. While you think about infinite, that could be building a skill, that a lifetime skill. For example, public speaking. That means infinite skill. You need to love and enjoy doing that. So every single day, if you're doing public speaking, you need to love it. And this is the second part, because I truly believe that when you think about the journey and loving the journey, you don't need to love every single day. So that means 80% of the time you're supposed to love what you do, and 20% needs to be covered with commitment, self-discipline, persistency, and consistency. That means you're not able to love the journey every single day, but if you really want to succeed and reach very high levels, that means you understand that some days the things that you love will be the most mundane and boring things, because people who are able to persevere and still do the things that they love when they don't want to do it, then you are able to succeed in this life journey. Third one thing that I want to look into is wanting to do things. So that means that I want to have that journey. No, but when I think about wanting the journey, I truly believe that you need to ask, like, what kind of results do you want? Not about the journey. Because when I think about having a healthy body, a lot of times people want to have a healthy body, but they don't want to exercise. So if you look what you want to do, that means that you will not want to exercise. But when you really understand, okay, what is the second one? Second one is a desire to have a healthy body. So that means you don't need to ask, do you want to exercise? No, you want healthy body. That means it will require you to exercise. So that means not every time you need to think about the journey. You need to still again think about, okay, what kind of result you're looking for. And if you want to have a healthy body, there will be some things that you need to do, want it or you don't want it. So that means you're not supposed to spend too much time on what you want to do. It's more into what kind of results you're looking for. And the last perspective I want to share is that when I think about loving the journey, and I think that what we're supposed to love is not loving the journey. We're supposed to love what that journey makes us. What kind of person you are becoming through that journey. Because when you start looking, okay, that this journey is supposed to build us up, and that journey the more resistance you have, the better and bigger character you will have. Because when you think about gym, when you have pushing some weights and you have that resistance, it builds your muscles. That means when you are going through a journey for difficulties, those difficulties believes that life journey, those difficulties, builds your character. So that resistance in life and life journey builds your character. And I truly believe that character is very, very important in life. So that means if you want to build character, you need to have kind of resistance in life. So when you are building that journey and you pursue something meaningful, because I truly believe that if you want pursue meaningful things in life, you will have a lot of resistance. So you need to be comfortable with that. And then when you start a journey, you're supposed to expect that resistance will show up. Of course, a lot of blessings will show up as well, but resistance will show up as well, because life will want to challenge you and ask, do you really want to do this? Because when you start a journey, you have very optimistic, but in a long run there will be a lot of challenges to overcome. And if you are not ready to build your character, it will be very, very hard to pursue that life journey. So there are so many things about life journey, and I think that there's a lot of things that I will learn about it, because I'm on my journey as well, and I did my 367 days of daily lessons because I have a big vision for myself, and I really love speaking, and I really love adding value. I think that if I could not have that love and desire to help people, it could be much more difficult. But at the same time, I built those 367 days because of self-discipline, because not every single day was a joy. But I knew that when you finish your journey, you have the joy of finishing and having the joy of journey and seeing the fruits of your consistency and persistency. And I hope you choose win, and see you tomorrow.